Destiny. Now, it's a fact that most huge titles are overhyped, but it's hard to escape that as most gamers have really high expectations. Now, games like Watch Dogs and Titanfall are just a few among others that's fallen victim to this. But the question is, how did Destiny do?
The following is brought to you by Straight Games for all your new and used games and accessories.
We called it The Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever.
Let me make this clear before going too deep in this review. Destiny is similar to a never-ending story. It's an MMORPG that has a lot of potential with about a 10-year plan by Bungie, and since release till now, there have been quite a few updates to this game. I'm saying this to let you know that not everything in this review is set in stone, as the title is subject to change, but for now, here's my take on Destiny. The visuals. Destiny offers players some stunning graphics. It's a beautiful game, and if you're a sucker for eye candy, this alone could pull you in. The scores are just as amazing. The music in Destiny does a great job of immersing the player in this virtual sci-fi world. The controls are very easy to get into, very intuitive, pick up and play right away kind of thing. Now, while this game doesn't strike me as the deepest RPG experience I've ever had, I must say your ability to upgrade your character goes a far way. And while I'm not 100% satisfied with the initial character customization options, once you get in the game, the various skill and weapon upgrades are indeed satisfactory. I would have preferred though to have more options while creating my character. You're able to choose from 3 classes: Hunters, Warlocks, and Titans. I chose to be a Titan, dangerous at any distance but particularly devastating at close range. Hunters are really good at long distances, and Warlocks can hand out devastating wide-range damage with their mystical powers. But when creating my Guardian, I would have preferred more detail, similar to what's offered in a Mass Effect game.
We gave up the moon to keep the Hive away from Earth. We hope that would be enough for them.
So far in Destiny, I've decided to focus on the single-player campaign, as that not only allows you to learn more about the story, but it also helps you level up on your own in your own time.
You can grab your Sparrow now. We're linked.
The campaign is quite repetitive and uninspiring though. It seems like I'm doing the same kind of things over and over, with very little information to work with, and the dull performance by Peter Dinklage doesn't offer that much inspiration.
I used to look up here at night and wonder what the Hive were doing, but the only activity I could ever pick up was hazy.
This is not to say the campaign is bad, just not nearly as exciting and awe-inspiring as many others.
The Guardian came here, searching for a way into the Hive fortress, but he just disappeared.
Here's the real kicker though. Destiny being what it is, and in development while you play MMO, you really have to pay to truly complete the campaign with DLC, and this is just one of the many down points to a game like this. I guess you really have to understand and accept what you're buying into when you get a game like Destiny. First, you have to always be online. There's no offline play here. This seems to be a more subtle way of introducing what Microsoft had planned for the Xbox One originally. Always online. But that was pulled back as Microsoft was, I guess, reminded that giving things to the masses gradually over a period of time is what works, not all at once. Now we were all up in arms with pitchforks and torches when Microsoft tried to throw it all on us in one huge serving, but we seem to be accepting it in these small increments. Like this here in Destiny. Brainwashing at its finest. Anyway, not to stray too far from the point, Destiny is an always online experience. This means no internet access, no Destiny. No PSN Plus or Xbox Live accounts, no Destiny. Take from that what you will, but here are some of the obvious flaws with that. Server issues, poor internet connections, and so on. Not everyone who purchases Destiny will have great internet.
There's so much. They've broken the Bekenstein limit.
Destiny being a Bungie game, you'll see many similarities to Halo. Some good, some bad, but I was never really a Halo fan, so that's most bad for me. One of the things would be no run and reload. Now I know this isn't just a Halo thing, as only Battlefield and a few others have got this right, but it's annoying. Not the kind of thing you'll hear most reviewers mention, but it'll always bother me. You're in the middle of a hectic gunfight. You start a reload, you see the need to run. Your reload stops, and you can only start again if you stop running. This is a problem for me in any game. Then I can't go prone. No. These things are just some basic things that should not exist in this day and age of gaming. Really. One could say the entire Destiny experience is one huge multiplayer lobby. Now, while I'm going to split up my multiplayer PvP and PvE section of Destiny in future lobbies, let me run through some basics for you, some highs and lows. For PvE, you have your story campaigns. You have strikes, patrols, and raids. You won't be able to go on raids, however, till you reach level 26. If you're looking for some PvP action, then head over to the Crucible.
Clash. Alpha Team.
Here's where you find Control, much like a King of the Hill style match. You also have Rumble, which is a 6-player free-for-all. Then there's Clash, your regular team deathmatch, and Skirmish, which is a 3 versus 3 team-based assault. The thing about PvP in Destiny is, the matchmaking seems broken, as you'll find yourself in a lobby at, let's say, level 10 up against some level 25 players. This will leave you a lamb to the slaughter and seriously deterred from continuing. This brings me to one of my biggest gripes with Destiny, the grinding. Now, if you're a regular MMORPG player, this might not bother you at all, as you'll be used to this kind of thing. But if you're not, you might find it a hassle to be doing the same things over and over, fighting the same bosses again and again, just so you can reach that next level, get the next great weapon or upgrade. It is what it is though, and best enjoyed with company. Actually, when you reach to the raid missions, you'll find that's pretty much the only way to go. So here's the thing, so far Destiny has great visuals, smooth as they come controls, great atmosphere, a not so great story, dull voice acting, a whole lot of repetition, an unbalanced PvP system, a whole lot of DLC which is expected from a game still being developed but still irritates a lot of gamers, especially the ones who miss the days when you could just buy a game and have everything there on loading it up.
But that was long ago.
But there are also advantages to DLC and this kind of develop while you play system of things. Destiny is said to have a 10-year plan like I mentioned earlier, and is being developed by a very competent team of people, so I'll keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best.
You must have no end of questions, Guardian.
As Destiny continues to update, so will my take on it. I won't be dragging this out with a monthly commentary, but every now and then, I'll add my 2 cents in the Sage's selection. For now though, the lab gives Destiny a 7 out of 10.
The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
Now for A-list titles like Destiny, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Far Cry 4, whatever floats your boat, you should really stop by Straight Games. This Christmas, that's the place you want to be. Great games for great prices.
After the break, we talked to Andrew Johnson from Fighters Allegiance, along with a few competitors from the upcoming Clan Pro Circuit tournament.